ladies and gentlemen, Pimpmunk. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Wood. This is the Morning Wood where you get what, Missy?
Wood is so good.
Yes, indeed. It is September 10th, the year of and today we are joined by the lovely scientist Mel. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm doing all right. Woke up a bit ago, ate some breakfast, got my coffee. I'm set. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we're glad that you're here. We're also joined by the beautiful, wonderful, amazing Captain Kish. What's up, baby?
What's up? I need more coffee, but I'm glad to be here too.
Girl, I need more meth. And Shabisky needs more meth. Shabisky, you're muted.
Let's start a meth fund.
Meth fun.
Yeah.
We're also joined by the wonderful co-host Missy, the wonderful co-host Shabisky, and the amazing, awesome producer man himself, Booleanenator. And in the chat room, you guys are here, and you're wonderful. Sometimes.
Everybody's wonderful today.
Shabisky doesn't like you, but I like you, chat room.
Yeah, I don't care much for you guys. Sorry.
He talks about you guys
So
all
rude.
the time. And, of course, the drug addict wants to show her weed off.
I do.
Fucking druggy.
You know, that shit's illegal where you're at.
Not medically.
Well, show me your fucking medical card.
It's in the mail.
Somebody's here to simp for their girl, Kirsch.
Oh, hell yeah, that sleeping lizard.
I sent for
The
Kirsch too,
It
honestly.
leaps.
He's an
That
old
lizard
lizard.
leaps. Shabisky likes lizards.
Mm-hmm.
He goes out in the desert and catches lizards.
Mm-hmm.
He has no fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
You ever thought about doing your own, like, Crocodile Dundee's type show with the lizards, though? Go out.
Ooh,
Look at
Shabby
this
Dundee.
That's kind of the idea I had, was live streaming it. But I don't have a second person. Pimp, come be my cameraman.
Dude.
I need a cameraman, Pimp.
How about a tripod?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, yeah, that's going to follow me around real good while I'm chasing lizards. Hurry, come over here, tripod. I'm over here.
A robot
What
tripod.
if you put the tripod on, like, one of those remote control, like, car things?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just get a drone. You can program them to follow you.
Yeah,
and-
get a drone, get
Drone to follow you.
You guys are crazy.
a GoPro
I
camera.
just need Pimp to be my camera slave. That's all. We don't need none of that crazy technology.
You are the assistant, not the leader, bro.
Well, on my streams, when you start being the cameraman, you're gonna be my assistant, Pimp,
You're my bitch.
and I'll call you my bitch. I'll even give you a shirt that says
You ever
Shabisky's
call me bitch, I'll stab you
bitch.
and your whole family.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I burnt my nipple last night, guys.
You did.
How?
I was on the altar perspective, and you know, I didn't have a shirt on because I don't have a camera right now, so I just sat there talking. And I went to stretch, and my cigarette fell out of my hand. And it landed right on my nipple.
Ooh.
What did it smell like when it was burning? Was it like
Burnt nipple.
a
Yeah.
burnt
Somewhere between cigarette smoke and steak.
Yeah, like a smoke, like a Marlboro
steak.
steak.
A Marlboro steak. I think people have cooked with tobacco before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People cook with all kinds of weird things,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure they've cooked with tobacco. That makes sense.
Yeah. I think, I can't remember where I read that. So maybe I made it up in my head. But I'm trying to remember, like,
But
right
it
off.
sounded good, so it's okay.
Well, that's where facts come these days. So
Yeah, pretty much, right? Now I feel like compelled tobacco cooking.
Don't
I'm gonna look
worry.
that up right now. Feel
Oh,
compelled.
yeah, you can Google this shit for sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's happened. I'm sure they've tobacco.
It's probably like a YouTube channel where all they do is cook with tobacco. And if you how to cook using tobacco for sweet and savory dishes.
How to cook chicken and dumplings using Marlboro tobacco.
With cream or sugar syrup, chop the tobacco and add it to the liquid. Then put the ingredients in a pan and set it over a low flame until the mixture simmers, because heat will help to draw out the tobacco flavor.
There you go. You can serve my nipple to people.
But a good
Sounds so
tobacco
gross.
rub. Rub it on there and smoke it. It's that, like a nipple rub.
I have a tiny nipple, so it wouldn't feed a lot of people.
I don't think it's the nipple part that feeds them. It's just the part that they suck on.
Why did you say that so erotically? Like, they suck on the nipple.
I wasn't trying to be erotic with it. I was just saying a
They
sentence.
They suck.
Your
in
car
the-
is locked.
What the
Like the
fuck?
fuck?
No, your car is locked.
She's just yelling at random people that walk down the street. Your car's locked.
Like 35 times so far.
She could be the safety patrol. She could like walk down the street and check to see if people lock their cars and say, "Good job, your car is locked," and then go to
This
the next
car is
house.
unlocked.
No, it's because they keep beeping like they're locking it. And it's like it's beep. You've heard it beep 35 times now. It's locked. It's
So
fucking
yesterday at Walmart in the parking lot, this lady was in line in front of me, and she was waiting for this guy with a limp who was super old to put his groceries in his car, to return his cart, to go back in his car. I was just sitting behind her trying to leave, and she's waiting for the parking lot. So I beeped at her, and there's cars starting to line up behind me. So they start beeping at me. I beep at her again. Bitch lights a cigarette. She was like probably in her 40s, and you can just tell it's like a true Walmart person, lights her cigarette, pulls up her bra, and jumps out of her car and comes towards me yelling. I had my door locked, but I just look at her, and I was wearing a tank top, so I lift and I go like, "What?" And she looks at me and gets back in her car. Come on, bitch, you really want to come give me a reason? I had a shit day yesterday. I was like, please make me get out.
She pulled out her titties and ran to
She
your
like
car?
pulls out, she lit a cigarette, pulls up her bra, and comes out like arms waving, yelling at me. So I like wave back at her. She's like, jumps back in her car.
This is so weird.
I
feel
don't
like
know.
David
got run
Attenborough should like completely narrate that.
Yeah.
I would just like out crazy to her. That's what you gotta do when the crazy people come at you crazy. You just have to out crazy the crazy.
but
Just eat your own
you're-
shit in front of them. They'll freak out.
If you're at Walmart where I live and you try to out crazy one crazy person,
that's
you have
true.
to deal with the whole fucking mob. So
Oh,
no.
that's like
I forgot you're in
You can't.
Florida.
There's
Yeah.
certain people you can't out crazy, dude. Especially in her area. Like you said, Florida. It's Florida, dude. You can't out crazy Florida.
Somebody got stabbed on my street the other day. There's shootings around me all the time. Like, it's not really the area where you want to provoke crazy,
Yeah.
But if they come running at you, I'm like, come on, bitch. I could really fucking break a jaw right now. That's how I felt yesterday.
Yeah, it's like I live in the hood, right? So I had a friend come over one day. He was trying to act all crazy. I was like, dude, this is not the spot you want to do that in. They will shoot you here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, yeah.
There's certain areas you don't want to try to fuck with people. Like Shabisky's neighborhood, dude.
Don't come around here. Don't fucking come around here. If I spot you,
Shabisky lives in a gated fucking area, dude. He's a rich kid. Look at him.
That's real gangsta.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm the most gangsterous guy in my gated community.
He's the richest dude in this trailer park.
Shabisky will throw his
I
can of
just
Pringles
got-
at you.
I just got such a flashback of Malibu's Most Wanted. I don't
Oh,
know if anyone
yeah.
else has seen that movie, but
That's yes. Been a long time, but Jamie Kennedy, right? He started. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Not a very funny guy, but yeah.
no. No.
Traffic. Putting on my
That's
gas.
probably reminds you of Shabisky.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she was just saying.
Yeah.
That's why I
He's such
said
a
it.
great rapper, and he's so gangster like me.
He's not very funny. That's why he reminded.
The chapstick thing is hilarious.
Another tick on the box there, Pimp. Another tick on the box.
What, baby?
You said that he reminded me of Shab because he's not funny. I thought because of the white gated community thing. So
No,
I
you
just said
don't-
another tick on the
You don't have to-
box. That's
Stop
funny.
white knighting.
I think we should fight about this.
I will rip your fucking ovaries out and throw them on the ground.
Make me explain a joke again. Wake the fuck up.
I will punch you in the fucking trachea.
I know it. Come. Leave Mississippi
I will,
and
I
come
will drop
Connecticut.
kick you directly in your baby maker.
Go. I don't want any
I
more
will
babies.
knee
and-
you in your twat waffle.
good.
I will stab you in your anal plug.
I don't have one of those in yet. You're gonna have to
I'll
wait.
make you eat Jenny for Christ's pussy.
And I'll spit it on you when I'm done.
Speaking of Shanny for Christ, Mel, did you know that this little bastard right here, Shabisky, came in with his channel and gave him 50?
I didn't do nothing. It's because I'm the greatest scientist, Mel.
You gave somebody? Did you give somebody $50?
Oh, no.
Rev gave
Oh.
him 50 bucks.
I don't give
Rev-
people.
Rev gave Rev gave Shabisky $50. What did you do in private, Shabisky? I'm just kind of curious.
I was just a cool guy.
Cool. Meaning,
Okay.
Well,
were you
okay,
playing
no.
with baby carrots?
Yeah.
It would cost a lot more than $50.
You know he's so weird though, Rev. Okay, I don't know if Pierce, you know who these people are, Rev and Shanny?
No.
Okay, they're just right? They're low life people. They're just low life people. And there's a thing that's going around about Rev about calling a baby carrot, talking about his dick, right? Because he showed his dick on him and his wife made a fucking porno, and people said his dick like a baby carrot. Well, you know what they did? They made merch, and guess one of the things they're selling in their shop is a baby onesie that says baby carrot on it. A onesie for a child that's talking about his dick.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I have
And these are Shabisky's people.
Hey, we're best friends, okay? Get over it, pimp. Okay?
This is the same woman who made fun of a dead man when the day after he died. She said
She was
the N word
mistaken.
180,000
It's another
times.
person. She was mistaken. I
Okay,
said
well, what
she was
about
mistaken.
her sexually harassing me?
You're just pretty. She was just trying to say you're pretty. That's all, guys.
What about accusing
So-
me of being a rapist because I said she had a spank puss?
So Shabisky is saying she's just a really misunderstood friend, and you guys think she's a fucking
very
creep.
misunderstood?
Basically.
Okay.
I think what's going on here is Shabisky is a sugar baby. I think
What?
he's a sugar baby for Shanny and Rev, and they're popping into his little side chat, and he's got to send them pictures every once in a while. You a
You
sugar
send a
baby?
picture
Don't
of
even
your
lie.
butthole? You send
Yeah, I
him
send
videos
pictures
of
of
you
my
stroking
asshole.
it, don't you?
I just sent him a pooping pic the other day. It was nice.
What?
Oh boy.
Anyways, I wish I had a picture of her to show you what Shanny looks like. Oh, I do actually somewhere, but
You have
No,
videos
don't-
of her, pimp.
don't
she's
put a
got-
twerking
wait,
video
I
up.
do have a picture of Shanny. Wait just a second.
I don't want to see Shanny
You have
twerking.
videos, pimp, don't you?
No. But anyways, I can't show it. But Shanny, she's got a nipple on her forehead.
It's like I think
Like
it's
an
a big
actual-
mole.
It is a big mole, but it looks like a forehead nipple. I call it a
Oh.
forehead.
I
And when
can
she gets
probably
angry-
get you a picture and send it to your Instagram.
And when she gets angry, it pulsates. It moves. It wiggles. And
I
it's
just
You think
So it's
gonna-
like one of those that's almost detached, like a hanging.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, I don't like those.
It's see normally and let me clarify this again. Normally I don't give a shit what anyone looks like. I wouldn't make fun of anyone's looks. But when you're a horrible human being and you talk about people like she does, then you're fair game.
If you're a horrible human being and you have a nipple on your forehead, you're clearly a witch.
I'm gonna
Oh,
point that
God.
fucking thing out. I'm gonna say, look at that nipple.
Oh, did you ever see like there was a movie where somebody would fixate on somebody's mole? Oh, it was Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Moly, 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 moly.
Yeah.
By the way,
I always think about that.
We should feel lucky right now. We're surrounded by nothing but beauty right now. Look at this shit, man. Look at all these pretty ladies up in here. My
Gosh.
my if I was a pervert, I'd say my dick is wiggling.
Yeah,
I am a pervert. My dick's wiggling.
I was gonna say you are a pervert.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was because of Shabisky.
Now listen.
Yeah,
The one person in here that's actually hung out with me in physical form. We have been together, hugged her, touched her, and never once did I do anything perverted, unless you count the part where I took pictures of her when she was in the shower. But you know. No, but that's what Shani like. Because this year we were going to go to VidCon with me and Missy, and Shabisky was renting a room together, and Shani got mad at me because I said she had a stank ass puss. Well, my exact words was her pussy smelled like boiled bologna and Play-Doh. I thought of the word. And anyways, she said on a public video that Missy should be scared because I was going to rape her at VidCon.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, she ruined my plans.
I was gonna hold her down.
See, when you say
You got so excited about that too.
You're playing it and everything. What?
when I say shit, it's obvious a joke because I know how to do it. When you say it, it sounds like I'm gonna hold her down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Just
Work on
trying to help, man.
on your delivery, man. You got to work on that.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll send you like a wiki on how to deliver inappropriate jokes.
Yeah.
I'll be resourceful.
You hang out with me. I can't believe you ain't picked this shit up yet.
Oh, God.
This year though, this pandemic's fucked up everything. See, I was gonna back in May, I was gonna go to Memphis and hang out with Mel at a thing, and this pandemic's just fucked up everything.
Yeah, everything's screwed up. Yeah. It's weird.
Mel invited me to a comedy thing that she was throwing or some kind of thing. I don't know what the fuck it was.
I do. Okay, so I do a lot of sciencey stuff, and there was I was an event coordinator for something happening in Memphis for Taste of Science, and they had a comedy night, and it was going to be at a really cool venue called the Rec Room, where it's nothing but a warehouse full of video games, like freestanding video games. And so,
it's a pretty known place in Memphis. It's really cool.
Yeah, so it was pretty awesome. We were going to set all that up, and then the Rona happened. And so now I've moved to doing more helping with them produce online events. It's a nationwide organization, so I moved to that. But yeah.
Any predictions of when we'll be able to go and do things like this?
Probably 18 months.
18 months.
Yeah.
Probably that, because it's about to get worse.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse because flu season is kicking in.
Yes,
So you're
it
going to
is.
have flu season coupled with coronavirus infection, which means hospitals are going to get even more overwhelmed because the way that virus works, it affects it. There's a certain receptor that it uses on cells in order to infect them. It's kind of like little antenna that stick on the outside of the cell. And so the little antenna that it attaches to is present on just about every cell in your body. So that's why people have kidney problems, lung problems, heart problems. They even have neurological brain problems that shows up in your sperm, so it affects your gametes.
Yeah, now it's an STD. What the fuck?
So it's everywhere. So if your body is fighting an infection like that, and you get flu on top of that, or pneumonia, when they're saying like, well, on the death certificate it says they died of pneumonia, but was that not ammonia, but pneumonia coupled with a coronavirus infection?
Yeah.
Because then that COVID-19, that addition to that, is what killed them. So they're saying that, well, you know, this person died of pneumonia or this person died of the flu. If they had an active COVID-19 infection, that was still a factor in their death.
Absolutely.
So it's going to get like way worse. And my friend Doc Savage, who's currently working on a COVID-19 vaccine in Leyden, he says it's going to be at least 18 months. And they're at the tail end of research on that particular thing. And he's the team lead. And so he's like, we're dealing probably 18 months to finish all of the trials, and then another 6 to make the vaccine.
Damn.
Oh,
It just
man.
Yeah.
Might as well quit my job right now. Fuck.
I mean, 2 years, you know, to 18 months is hopeful. And 2 years at least before the world has enough supply for that vaccine. So
That just fucking sucks dick.
it does. And so this is why we need a pandemic response team that we should have had back in October when they were dismantled by the current president.
Who would have thought of that? Oh, Obama did.
Obama and Biden, they're the ones who built it.
Yeah, I know it. I hate when people say, well, you know, you can't really blame Trump because no one could have seen this happen, but they did.
Everyone could have seen this happen. There's literally so many movies about pandemics and shows. And
Bill
like,
Gates has been predicting this shit for years.
yeah. It's not the first time it happened. It's not going to be the last time it happened. Thinking a pandemic isn't going to happen is just dumb.
Yeah.
You know, James Woods, have you seen the garbage he's been tweeting?
Oh, he's an idiot anyway.
He posted, how did Biden know that this pandemic was going to happen? Look at him back in October. It's like we had the swine flu, and it was nipped in the bud by the pandemic team. Before we learned that it wasn't as deadly, we had a vaccine by the time that it was nipped in the bud for the swine flu.
Yeah.
And so they've managed to stop transmission of it in the U.S. pretty quickly. That particular team aided in that. And then they developed a vaccine by the time it was completely gone in the U.S. because of all the measures of the contact tracing and the isolation of individuals, the closing down of certain hotspots. That didn't happen with COVID-19. It didn't happen at all. And so what people have to understand, and the way that I explain it, with this particular type of virus, it's an RNA virus. If you're sitting at a slot machine and you got like 30 nickels, okay, you got 30 nickels, you're probably not going to hit the jackpot with something that's particularly bad, right? And eventually you're going to run out of nickels and you're going to leave.
Yeah.
But if you have an unlimited number of nickels, you're going to keep popping those nickels in. Eventually you're going to hit the jackpot. And the way that viruses mutate, the more people a virus infects, it's going to hit the jackpot and become something worse. So people are the nickels. You have to stop the supply of nickels to the person pulling the virus in this case. Otherwise, we've already got a strain we've got several strains. 2 are particularly bad. One transmits easier, and the other one can make copies of itself 200 times faster than the other one. And so it's just like, transmission, man, we got to stop that. It sucks.
People are just too dumb. They didn't believe any of that. It's like if they can't see it, they don't believe it, or they just don't want to research, or it's too scary, so it's not true.
Yeah.
And they still just sit there and with all the proof and everything that's going on, people dying left and right. Oh, it's not real. Like, they died of something else. It was they had a pre-existing condition. Well, okay, motherfuckers in the towers, 9/11 towers. The motherfucker had asthma, so the asthma killed him, not the plane.
It's like with the 6% death, like only 6% of it was really corona. Everything else was underlying health conditions.
Thanks for having scientist Mel on again. Depressing but important.
Thank you for the tip, Amelia. We appreciate it. We're gonna get goofy in a minute. We're just talking about the serious shit at the moment.
Vent a little
Yeah.
bit.
You want to know something funny? When people complain that they got an infection on their face because they wear a mask, change your freaking mask. It's like
Yeah.
your underwear. You don't wear the same thing every time. So if you're getting a staph infection on your face, it's because you need to wash a dirty mask.
Yeah, and you need to like do that anyway because it doesn't make sense to wear the same mask all the time anyway. So I went on Amazon and I bought like a pack of 50 of just plain black masks. I even have the little gaiters that you can pull up over. I put those on. I walk into a place, and I'm doing lab or whatever, and then I take it off. I have a separate bag for my dirties. I just throw my dirty ones and then just put on a clean one. And then I'm like, all right. And then I take my dirties and I throw it in the washer and I wash them. And just, you can reuse, certain cloth masks and not get a staph infection on your face. So people who are like saying, I got an infection on my face, you're self-owning because you're probably the same people who don't change your underwear and you just turn them inside out and wear them the other way. Like Shabisky. Shabisky probably does that. No. Shabisky doesn't.
I'll do that with my beanie when it gets dirty. Just turn it inside out. It's cool.
Yeah.
Fuck washing it. That's a bunch of work.
It is.
I don't have time for that.
You don't want to wash your underwear.
You just put it in the wash with all the other stuff.
That's a lot of work.
Not something.
I don't even know.
I'm a personal trainer, so I sweat in my mask, and they're not effective when they're wet, right? So I change my mask like 4 to 5 times a day at least. I have a whole jar full of masks now. I don't wear underwear, so I don't care about that. But I have the masks that I
care about that makes me happy. But anyways,
I need underwear and workout gear,
I wear disposable most of the time.
I just have a whole bag and I just switch them out. I have like 5 in my truck. I have like 5 in my bag, and just whatever is dry and clean, I wear it, and then I throw it in a wash, and that's it. It's not such a big deal.
Yeah, I got a box. I buy boxes of 50 and I just throw them in the car and just take a new one every time I get out.
Yeah.
It's just easier that way.
It is.
All these people who are acting like, well, why do I have to wear a mask and all? Is this, you cover your fluid expulsion holes. Mm-hmm. You do that downstairs, just do it upstairs for a little while. It's fine.
They just don't want to have to do anything. Those are the same people that don't want to pick up their trash and that don't return their shopping cart and just, they just want to do the absolute minimum, and everybody has to cater to himself, and anything that's scary isn't true.
And that pisses me off, by the way. People who don't return their shopping cart. It irritates me. I'm a big old fat fucker, so if I take the effort of taking my cart back, you should too, you little bastards.
No kidding.
Right.
It's just, it's not that difficult, but people just don't want to be inconvenienced, and they think that looking out for other people somehow impedes their freedom. And you're like,
the same type of people that block a whole lane in a parking lot because they want that one spot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh God!
And what's even worse, like the people who take the shopping cart and put it right beside the fucking shopping cart island instead of just pushing it in, they'll put it on the outside of it. Like, why do you do that? You took it all the way to it. It makes no sense, Shabisky. Why do you do that?
I'm lazy. They hire those people to go around and collect the carts. They get paid for it. Pimp, fuck you. I leave my car wherever I want, bitch.
Yeah, he's
leave it leaned up against your car, bitch.
Shabisky. Oh, I was just gonna say he's one of those people that are like, we need to leave a mess for the people, otherwise they won't have a job.
There's also people who get paid to clear out toilets. That doesn't mean that you don't flush yours.
I go in there and I make a big mess on purpose, okay, to keep those people working, okay.
Shabisky doesn't flush.
I flush. I just throw the whole toilet paper roll down there first before I flush.
Oh,
Do you, like when you have diarrhea, do you work like one of those super soaker guns and you just bend over and just let it spray all over the stall? Is that what you do? You're helping
draw on
out with
walls.
keeping
Because
them
it's
in
somebody's
place.
job to clean it.
Start writing
Spray
messages on the walls and stuff.
Spray paint the walls.
Shabisky was here. Right in poop.
It should be.
I actually like to go at the gym. It's one of my duties to clean the bathrooms. So I like to go in there so they can see I'm going in there right after they were in there and I'm the one cleaning up their mess. It does wonders, actually, if people see who cleans up their shit and what I have to do for them. You know, it really, once they notice that and I come back out and I look right at them, it works really well.
I bet it does. I saw a video once about it was a school janitor, and girls were putting on their lipstick and they were kissing the mirrors and stuff. And it was, and since the consistency of the lipstick, it was all smearing. And it was really hard for the janitor to clean it. So the teacher brought the kids in and we're like, okay, well, look, you've done this again. Let me show you how he cleans the mirrors. And so he went and got the toilet water and just started cleaning the mirrors with the toilet water. And he's like, there you go. Bet you never do that again. I used to clean toilets. You freaking do that. You put the solution in the toilet and then you don't have to carry a bucket around. You just put the thing in there and clean off the mirrors with it, man. Don't be kissing mirrors, guys. It's completely okay to do that.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, see, I just guilt them. I don't actually do anything gross. I just look them right in the eye and I'm like, I know you left that shit in the bowl. I'm very aware it was you, and I cleaned it for you. Don't do it again. That's how I do.
I would leave a note with their name on it. I know you did this.
I know member number 375 took a 25-minute shit here, wiped twice, and then left it dripping down the side of the toilet bowl.
The weight of the shit was 5.7 ounces.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You could put a little notice, whoever was in here on this day at this time, please go see a doctor. That is not normal looking poo, and we're worried you might have the cancer.
Oh yeah, you don't get a lot of normal looking poop at a gym. I'm telling you that. It's a lot of diarrhea and protein squirts.
Oh gosh,
it's very gross.
Oh.
A lot of mid squat said, "Oh, I have to get rid of the shit right now," kind of shit. So it's disgusting. To everybody who goes to a gym and who takes a shit at a gym, there's people like me cleaning it. So just so you know.
Exactly. Well, Shabisky's never been to a gym.
What? What do you mean? I'm big and buff, pimp.
You're big and buff. But the people at the 7-Eleven where you spray your shit all over the floor.
Oh, don't ever shit at a gas station. That's just...
Oh, sometimes you have to shit in a gas station. That's just life.
Yeah. If I have to do a public doo-doo, it's always an airdrop. Never touch the toilet.
Drive by shit. She runs across and just drops one. Jumps over the toilet.
Ninja poo.
Yeah.
Ninja poo.
I've heard of people actually getting crabs and shit from.
Ew.
You sound very muffled, Missy.
Yeah, you're very muffled. Yeah, I would not trust toilets ever. Working at too many public places, having cleaned too many public toilets myself, I just, nope. No contact zone.
No,
I'm
you
lucky. There's a...
Mod respect, Kyrsch.
Oh, thank you.
Kyrsch. Mod respect, Kyrsch. Thank you very much, Amelia. Keep them rolling in, because we need them. I got a prostitute I have to pay after a while.
Woo-hoo.
Is that for past services or current services?
Past and future. And current
as in right now.
My dick right now.
Is that why we can't see you today?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
She's blowing me. Set your teeth over there, baby.
Oh, wow.
Can't be very good at it.
Yeah.
Is she of the age of, is she an older lady or is she a former meth addict?
She's 93 years old.
Okay.
And she's a meth addict.
Wow,
And she's got
that's
no teeth,
impressive.
right?
Her name's Gertrude.
Ooh.
Gertrude the meth whore.
I feel
Yeah.
bad for Gertrude. I want to help her.
I know, that bitch
Poor
needs
Gertie.
some. She's still working. She's doing good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she had to stop doing the strip club because of the COVID. Yeah, and plus, you know, the wrinkles were
Are there strip
making the pole dry. What, baby?
Are there strip clubs open?
Your mic is. I can't hear you.
I don't know. I haven't done anything. I haven't touched the fucking thing. I don't
Maybe
you turn
it
understand this shit.
That sounds better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better. It's very better. Very better. Now, what'd you say, sweetie?
Are there strip clubs open where you guys are?
Yeah.
Because
No.
Hannibal was telling me that all the strip clubs in Atlanta are like open.
Strips-
Really?
Yeah, they're open here too.
Man.
Well, there's not really any strip clubs around my area, so I don't know if the closest ones. I don't even know if they're open or not. I haven't been in that area, so
I think
I don't
ours
think so.
ours are open, but they don't have the free food buffets anymore.
And how? I
And
mean,
there's no smoking now.
I didn't
Like,
know
the
that
most
there was
popular
strip
one.
clubs. That
The
have
most
free
popular one,
food.
River. Yeah, we have one that has free dinner buffet every, I think, Sunday or every, I don't know, maybe it was a weekday. One day of the week they had free buffet. And it was really good because it was catered from a barbecue joint next door. So it was a really good buffet too. But they don't do that anymore.
Can you
And they-
imagine doing like a weekly, like, time to go to the strip club, guys? They got the barbecue buffet.
A lot of them do that. Like a lot of
Really?
people that live here, it's just a hangout. You know, we don't really have a lot of clubs or anything like that. So a lot of people just hang out at the strip club. It's just where people meet. It's like a Sunday routine for many of our elderly gentlemen in
That's
the
kinda
area. You know,
cool.
they go to the beach, and it's one block off the beach, so you literally just cross the street to go to the strip club. We've done it before. Beach day, go hit the buffet, you know, get a couple drinks at the strip club, and then go out in the bars after.
That is actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
Up
if you
here,
wait long enough, the girls
literally-
get pretty too.
Up here, all the strip clubs are literally like hidden away. Like the one in the closest city to me is in like the industrial business area, like
Yeah.
down a back road underneath a bridge somewhere. Like that's where the strip club is.
they're ashamed of your titties around that. That's not good.
They're like standalone buildings here with huge billboards and a big parking lot.
So great.
Yeah, and I went to Tampa. There's one in Tampa. It's like a futuristic club. It's very famous. It's got like a fucking rocket in the middle of the club.
Really?
I don't know
Yeah.
that one.
They're
I
proud
know
of their
there's-
strip clubs.
There's a big one in Orlando, Rachel. That's a funny.
Don't get sick at the club. Simp for Missy instead.
There you go.
Thank you, Amelia.
We
The one,
simp for
the
Missy
one in
here.
Orlando is a steakhouse and a strip club at the same time. That's a
Really?
very popular one, yeah. I haven't been there yet, but everybody
I
always
want
wants
to go to the steak strip club, guys.
Yeah, I want to go.
But how are they doing the strip clubs for the COVID? I mean, you gotta be 6 foot. That's a fucky ass lap dance right there.
I don't know. I don't know. I know that they're not allowed to smoke in there now anymore. That's a new COVID rule.
Yeah, that sucks.
They actually have like an outdoor smoking area now. That's really nice.
Well, most of the strip clubs in around these days don't have smoking in them anyway.
Really?
Now some do, but most of them don't. Most of them have like a little smoking area out back or something.
Mm.
But
Not here. People still like to die here.
yeah. Yeah, I wish I could have a strip club where I could smoke, but I'm a strip club fanatic. I love strip clubs, but I'm not gonna go to a strip club where the damn lap dance the chick has to stand across the fucking room. That don't make no sense.
I don't know. Maybe it's mandatory mask. If you wear a mask, you can still grab some ass, right?
I guess so.
Wouldn't they have to have a coochie mask too?
Yeah.
Not really, unless it's gonna queef you in the face. It's not really, you don't usually put your face right in a stripper's coochie without a barrier.
What strip clubs you been going to? I do. Shit.
I mean, I don't know. The ones that I've been to are
No,
not
you
like
put your face
that
in strippers'
close contact.
Anyway. There's been a lot of dicks there in a lot of cases.
I would want to do that. I'm sure there's people who want to do that. I'm just saying, safety-wise, for the contraction of the coronavirus.
Like the last time I was in Anaheim, right? There was a little strip club I was going to, and it was basically a whorehouse.
Oh, yeah.
It really was. But that one chick got up in my face, and I could smell the penis on her breath. It was just, woo! I was like, go in the back, get you some mints.
Brush your teeth or something, and mouthwash.
Oh,
antiseptic wash, preferably.
Yeah, dude, there was a lot of dick on that throat.
Ooh, goodness. I'm all for people with sex work and stuff. I think, it's a job.
Yeah, we need that. Absolutely.
And I'm a customer.
Respected. Just not for me.
Yeah, it's not. It's not my jam, but I respect
that. Jam, it's my jelly.
It's okay. I mean, I actually have a friend of mine who is a sex worker. I've known a few, particularly out in London. One has a girlfriend to a very prominent lawyer who works for sex workers' rights, in addition to free speech and that sort of thing. He's Miles Jackman. He's a very, very nice man. Super, super smart. Does a lot of pro bono work. And so I know her through him because I happened to meet him at, a free speech type of event when I was over there in London. It was pretty cool. He's a nice dude.
Nice.
He does pro bono work for strip clubs. So it'd be like pro boner work, wouldn't it?
Pro boner work.
He worked. There was some issues out in Ireland, I think, and he was an advocate out there for sex workers. And
well, I'm definitely an advocate for sex workers.
Well, he's a legal advocate too, so which is cool. He's able to.
I'm an illegal advocate, but still, I'd go to jail.
I just think it's crazy that for something that everybody wants so much, and everybody does, everyone fucks, that it's so stigmatized and people are looked down upon so much for doing it. It's like, you don't go home and fuck, they just make money off of it.
It's just been so taboo for so long.
Certain cultures that put the stigma about sex, which is so
like
weird.
Anyone religious.
Yeah, and a lot of it's religion. It leans back to religion. It really does. And it's just weird that we look at something so natural as to be taboo. I mean, sex shouldn't be taboo.
No. We've been doing this since humans have been not humans.
It's why humans are here.
Well, I mean, if you really want to talk about the roots of where that came from, it's pretty easy to pinpoint why it's so taboo to these, to this day. But I don't think it's something that we can change very quickly because it's just so ingrained. Women are not allowed to have pleasure. Women are not allowed to show anything. We're not allowed to talk about it. The what?
Yeah.
There's a major double standard when it comes to sex between men and women.
Absolutely. And it comes from the fact that we have children.
Yeah.
We are the ones that carry children. That's really all it is. That's why sex needed to be so restricted back in the day, because you would just pop out a child and then you have to take care of it. So they made it to
childbearing him. But I mean, it's like, let's say, you and Shabisky, right? You both walking in, and Shabisky slept with 50 people, and you slept with 50 people. They'd call him a stud and you a whore.
Yeah.
And that's wrong.
They absolutely do.
Women were being locked up for hysteria because they liked to get off. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Shabisky has not slept with 50 people. Shabisky has not even slept with half a person, so... Yeah.
Hey, I'm working on it.
Even people who think that they are open and progressed are a lot of times not, speaking of somebody who grew up in a very male-dominated, supremacist, environment, which I personally know, they say things that they don't think is sexist or suppressing or patronizing, and it really fucking is so much. And it's just they don't even notice that they do that. And it's like, no, I'm like all for women being open and they can sleep around, and then they see something in a movie and they make a little joke on the side like, oh, what a slut. I'm like, no, you actually do think that's a slut. Yeah. You don't even realize it. You make this little joke and you say like all the power to you, but in reality you see that and you think she's a slut.
Right.
It's just it's so deep in the brain. So I think it's just gonna take quite a while to really get around that and get rid of that.
And I love sluts, by the way.
It's like an active thing. When you've got that bias ingrained, you have to actively work against that and recognize, oh, wait, this might be a problem, and I need to kind of like keep this in check. And it's weird with that double standard about women and men having sex. But it's okay for men to do it. And the woman, they'll be like, have you no self-respect? Do you not, care about your body? But at the same time, that whole narrative is meant to allow men to continue to sleep around and do what they want while punishing a woman for that. And so it's meant to control them, because women are magic. We have the babies come out of us, and men want to control whose baby is what. And, it's all about that. So, yeah.
My dad did a socially distanced fetish shoot, lol. Pay for your porn.
Somebody's saying porn is sexist.
Well, a
Well,
lot of porn is sexist. A lot of it is very sexist, like very suppressive, and but I don't know.
Yeah.
It kind of depends.
You don't see a bunch of porn where, I mean, I'm sure you do, but it's more common to find porn where a man is degrading a woman and peeing on her.
Well, there's a lot of porn women degrading men too, though. I mean,
there is. It's not just that. It's like women are like moaning a lot more, faking it a lot more. It's a lot more like the in and out intercourse shown in porn, which we know doesn't really please most women that much.
Exactly.
So it's really more. It shows more what men want to see, and but then again,
because you see the girl getting eaten out for 3 minutes, but then you see her having to like get a cock shoved down her throat to the point where she's throwing up for 7 minutes of the fucking porn.
Right.
So like
most women will not enjoy suppressing their gag reflex and locking their jaw and having difficulty breathing while they have to.
Tears coming down our face, like and we're gagging and like spits like. It's not really doing that for us.
Like it's definitely subjective, and there's definitely women who enjoy that, but like the general porn industry is pretty sexist.
Yeah.
The industry. There was with, I think his name was, he was a James Dean or something like that, who was accused of multiple sexual assaults to different porn actresses, porn women. And it happened at various different locations. And he was, and I know this because my friend Miles is working as a sex worker rights kind of thing. And so he had been brought up on allegations with his ex-girlfriend, and other women started coming forward saying that he was just raping women, after they would have a scene or before they'd have a scene. He just corner them in the bathroom and just rape them. Which is not that's not part of the job. That's not okay. And so there does need to be a stricter regulation on how women are treated on those sets.
I saw a compilation. I was on a porn site the other night, just searching around and shit. Like I'm not afraid to tell you guys that. But,
you watch porn?
I do. I found a compilation, and they called it "Women Freakouts." And it was just clips of them making, while they're making the porn, like them doing something that she's like repeatedly said no to or asked them to stop, and they're not stopping, and they're literally filming her like freaking out and trying to get away from whoever it is or crying about something, and they're getting off on that part of it. Like, why is there a compilation of this shit? Why are you even continuing to film that shit?
Because people get off on that shit. It's so sick.
Yeah.
It's just, there's so many people who just enjoy power in any form they can get it.
I agree. There's yeah. And by the way, back to the whole gagging thing, that doesn't happen with me because you can't deep throat me. You can only deep lip me because I have a little dick. But so I don't ever touch the gag reflex. So if a bitch starts gagging on me, I'm like, you're lying.
See, in that way, a small dick is good.
Yeah. But I hate when, like I remember I went with a chick one time when I did my fingering thing to her. I was like, oh, fuck, there's no way I can satisfy this because it's a big old cooch, right? And I have a little penis. And then when I did actually start having sex with her, she started moaning. I know she was doing it for me, but I'm like, bitch, you lying. I am not making you moan like that.
Maybe she was moaning for herself, too. Sometimes,
I think she was trying to make me feel better about my little dick is what she was doing. She was being nice, but she didn't. Don't lie to me, because I know better. This little
moaning gets us off too, though.
Exactly. Maybe she was getting you off, and I was getting her off. That's the thing, too.
It might have been helping get
made me more self-conscious.
Shabisky is just sitting there like, oh my god.
You guys are a bunch of pervs.
You noticed during this whole conversation about sex, Shabisky never said anything because he doesn't have sex.
I'm working on it, Pam.
He's got to hide his Teletubby videos
What is your
when the ladies come over.
Position, Shabisky?
In your mouth.
Oh, damn.
Seriously, what is your go-to sexual position?
I don't know why you always ask these questions, Pimp. I switch it up, bro. You want to fuck about it?
Sexual position? Adults can talk about shit like this, Shabisky.
Well, I this is weird. Okay, you're getting weird, Pimp. All right. I get that you have a crush on me.
Is anyone that he can get.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
Is it at Walmart, though? Do you go to Walmart to find dates? Because apparently women are showing their boobs there.
Yeah.
You could go to Walmart and
there's usually lint attached to the nipples, but still.
Just pick that off. It comes off easy.
You know, it's cool. You can go over in the freezer section. See, find a lady there. Yeah, be like, how you doing? Bit chilly, isn't it?
Fuck with a frozen burrito.
Oh, goodness. What's your best? I have to hear your best pickup line, Shabisky. If you're at the Walmart and you want to pick up a girl, what's your best line? I want to hear this.
I don't need that.
This is Giorno, baby.
I don't need to do a pickup line. I'm a boss. Scientist Mel. You understand?
He just looks at them and they start to
just look at him like,
no, he roofies their fucking frozen burritos is what it is.
I pay for your porn. I meant pay an SFW artist directly so they have lay pressure to do scenes they aren't comfortable with.
There you go. Well, look, dude, there's women and men in the industry that are willing to do all kinds of fetish shit, right? So, I mean, the industry is sexist to a point, but porn itself's not sexist.
No, porn itself not. No.
It's like science, you know.
It depends on how
science
you
can
do
be
it.
evil, or it can, you know, how you use it.
Yeah.
And your motives and intentions.
Exactly. Me, I'm boring. I don't like. All my porn I watch is on mute because I don't like hearing fake sounds. When the fake moaning turns me off. When I mean it does, and it just does. And I'm not a very kinky motherfucker. I'm vanilla as hell. I know 3 positions, and one of them is please don't leave.
You say that it's not a bad thing, you know. I feel like people are trying to get crazier with their sexual preferences and like have super crazy sex just because they've seen it on the internet. But honestly, it just if you find just a good person that you enjoy.
By the way, some of those positions, women aren't that fucking limber, all right? Those are called camera angle positions. They do it because I remember I tried to do that to a girl one time, and she's like, "Bitch, my hip don't move that way."
What were you
Also,
trying to
knees. You know, you got to be careful with your knees and stuff. If there's a lot of upper body strength with certain positions, and you know.
And here's also a thing: don't be afraid to tell your partner what you like and what you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's
Communication
the thing.
is
Honestly,
key.
this is a real thing right here. Communication and sex is very key. You're right, very key. Because like, especially women, because I've noticed this, a lot of women are nervous to tell the guy, "I don't like that."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of women are scared about being too hard to please, so they just don't say anything at all.
And there've been, and a lot of women have been trained by a sexist world. Let's face it, and they just do what the man wants. No, I'm not saying strong women don't. Strong women don't. Most of because I'm very attracted to like badass bitches, right? For some reason, I like women who'll tell me to kiss their ass. I don't know why, but I like that. I don't like a whiny little woman.
Okay, I have a question for you. How are you not into like dominance and submission if you really like a woman to tell you and put you in
no, in the bedroom I'm the dominant motherfucker. Let's put that right there. Pimp, don't be subbing. Because here's the thing, and call me old school. I don't think this is sexist. I think this is old school. I do like being in charge in the bedroom. I like it, but now I also like for her to tell me I don't like that. I don't like this. I said because if I know she doesn't like it, I won't do that. But now I am not into all the beating ass and all that shit because once the spank, I mean, look, once you try to hurt me, my feelings get hurt. I don't want to bleed. I don't want to see blood. I don't want to bruise. I want you to love up on my body, not hurt up on my body. Fuck that shit.
Well, pain is different, you know, so pain would be different. Dominance and submission don't always have a pain aspect.
Well, that's true. That is true. That is very true. I'm more dominant in the when it comes to sex. I am more dominant. I have let the women be more dominant, and I don't like it. But if the woman likes it, and I will experiment for them sometimes. But I don't like it. I don't like being told what to do.
Shabisky is playing video games right now. Shabisky's playing video games.
Just anything else you have to listen.
What? I thought that's what I was supposed to be doing. I'm doing pretty good. I'm at level 10 now.
Kids go to the room. What? He's still not. Shabisky, what is your go-to sexual position?
I'll show you.
Oh damn.
I'll tell you. Mine is the cowgirl, not reverse cowgirl, but the cowgirl. I like looking into the eyes of the woman as we are having sex and like in a sitting position. That's what I like. I like that. I enjoy seeing. I don't know, because a woman's eyes during sex is pretty amazing. Unless they're not enjoying it.
Unless they're rolling their eyes at you.
Like, are you done?
Rolling her eyes at me. I'm gonna pull my pants up and leave.
I really could do with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich when they get that look on their face. I wonder if there's any ham left in the refrigerator.
Oh, you can tell when people. Dude, I remember, like, 'cause especially if you're married, right? Sometimes you just like, if the wife wants it and I didn't want it, I'd be sitting there thinking about like, I wonder what they're doing on Yahoo right now.
Or, you know, at some point in time, we're the only life in the universe that we know of. There might be, you know, single cellular organisms on the moon Titan. I'm not certain, but that would be something I need to Google after this is over.
Damn.
That's some bad sex
there.
That is some bad sex. That penis wasn't doing nothing for your ass. Let's just say that right now.
I think women also have to be in a mood too. And if you're in a committed relationship and you're with somebody and you're trying to meet their needs and you're like, okay, they have a need. all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but I got other stuff I want to do really quick. I mean, but that's not like, I don't think
guys,
that's a bad
women
thing.
are harder to please than we are in sex. They just are. I mean, their stuff doesn't work like our stuff. You thump our stuff, we're gonna fucking have an orgasm. I mean, you have to work for that shit. It's a surprise at the end. You get the award. You got to work for that reward. I mean,
but if a lady's into it and she's really into you, it's not gonna be that hard.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
No.
It's
If she's really into it, it's gonna be pretty great.
And everybody likes different things. Like me, I love giving oral sex. It really does something for me to give oral sex to a woman. I have actually just squirted before just giving it to a woman.
I don't think you needed to be that graphic, but thank you.
Hey, I don't give a fuck! This
You
show's
could've
got the
just
more
said cummy. You could have just said cummy. You didn't need to say just squirt.
Cummies is for kids. Just squirt is for adults.
You could have said nut.
Nut.
For adults.
That sounds worse than just squirt.
Well, just squirt.
I have a thing for bodily fluids. I do not care for any of them. So
So you're not a swallower.
I don't even want it. It's like, no, I left. I actually went to nursing school, got halfway through clinicals. I'm like, and then I had to drain a completely full catheter bag. And it
so you went to
like,
you're a nurse? Oh, so you're crazy.
No, I left nursing school. I'm like, this is not for me. And people
Nurses
to
are
be a
crazy
doctor. I'm
kids.
like, I'm not touching people. I don't want to touch fluids. I don't want to touch any of that. You keep your fluids to yourself. So it's like all this mask wearing and all that stuff. I'm like, why would I let anybody get near? Y'all stay 6 feet away from me anyway, so I ain't be breathing in what you breathing out. I'm like,
well,
I don't want that.
Let me say this: nurses are usually crazy people. They just are.
I left nursing school. I'm like, no.
But then my ex-wife used to tell me some stories about the nurse that, man, break your heart. She got out of working in hospitals because she had to deal with a burnt child. And so she started dealing with home care nursing and stuff, but yeah, there's some rough stories. By the way, before we move on, Missy, what do we do in the second hour?
We e-demand.
We e-demand. That's right. That's when I tell you to give us money and you do so. In the description below, Shabisky has a Patreon. Please throw him a few bucks. Missy has a Patreon. Please throw her a few bucks. The great producer man, Booleanenator, has a Patreon. He deserves it. We're trying to get him a computer, by the way, so throw him a few bucks. And, of course, I have Patreon, Streamlabs that are direct linked to PayPal. And I will put my cash out in the chat if you want to tip those ways. I appreciate it very much. Need it. And also, before we move on, Captain Carish here has a Patreon. Do we want to promote it? I think are you a mod in my chat room? If you are, you can throw your link up in the chat room. Please go check that Patreon. I don't know what her rewards are. I don't know what she gives.
It's training based, so I sell training basically. Body weight exercises, classes, online form check, and online personal training.
There you go. And this chick knows what she's doing too. Go to her Twitter and watch some of her little videos she does. It's a bad bitch right here now, I'm gonna tell you. And also,
send me the link to your Patreon on Twitter, and I'll post it. I'll post it in the chat for you. Because I don't know if you're a mod down there.
I don't know. I just posted it. I don't know if it's coming through. Is it coming through?
And her body is rocking, so she knows what she's doing. And also, Missy's Patreon, if you want lewd pics, not nude. Let's get that straight. They're not nude. They're lewd. If you want lewd pics, if you want the nude pics, you have to pay me for it.
The name's Shabisky, but you can call me tonight. Quote.
That's my pickup line. That's how I get puss.
What is the worst? Because because women have to deal with shit we don't have to deal with. That's just fucking facts. They get dick pics. They get people coming on to them. What is the worst pickup line each one of the ladies here has gotten from a guy? The worst and the best, if you want to give the best.
I can think of one that's real dumb right off the bat that I heard when I was a kid.
You're not a lady, Chad, but go ahead.
I know, but did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Did you hurt,
That's
Nicola?
old school shit.
Did you?
That is very
fell from
old
heaven?
school.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That's
very
very
lame.
So what about you, Kirish? Worst pickup line somebody's ever tried?
Worst pickup line. You look very serious, but I'm sure I can make you smile.
Yeah, that's a little boring. That's just...
I hate
just-
that. I hate
I'd
that.
be like, what?
If I'm looking serious, I'm not smiling at you. It's because you annoy me, and I don't want to smile at you, and you will not make me smile by saying
And
that.
she smiles at me all the time, so fuck all y'all. What about you, Miss Scientist Male Smart Lady Friend?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I get so much crap on the internet. It's just, I think I actually played with this particular person in chat for a little bit. They wanted to know if I would be their sugar baby. And so they told me what they wanted. And I said, well, there's an application process. And so I went there and said, these are the references that I'm going to need. I also need to know your education as well as what your current economic status is, because I'm an ethical sugar baby and I don't want you to take on any kind of thing. So I went through that and I was like, so if this, if you're willing to fill out this application process, you can give me your email and I'll do that. And it was like a few hours went by and goes, so do you want to be my sugar baby? And then I just repeated, I said, I'm going to need reference letters from previous sugar babies to check for, compatibility, that sort of thing. And so I just treated it as hilarious. That was,
You fucked with him. That's good.
That's pretty smart.
By the way,
I'm gonna start asking for references too.
that's pretty good. Before I ask Missy, I want to read what Mickey said. The best pick. His pickup line is, "You look like garbage, but I'm desperate."
That's awful.
That's a great pickup line.
Great. What about you,
Like
Missy? The worst pickup line besides Shabisky's?
Probably either the one that told me, even if I never see you again, please don't ever change your hair.
Wow, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
The
Or,
best pickup line you can use is, "Do you prefer duct tape or handcuffs?" That's
Oh,
there was a
recently-
Can
kid
you
that
breathe
just
well
said
in-
to me, I've come 2 times because you're sexy and beautiful. Please, can I request a picture of your tits?
Yeah, I've had people send me private periscopes of them looking at my pictures,
wow.
which was pretty
that's
weird.
Dude, I don't
And-
understand these dudes who send like dick pics and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess they just randomly send them to like hundreds of women just to, and see what sticks.
Probably just throwing bait out there, see who bites.
Yeah. Like throwing noodles against the wall, see what sticks.
I don't know. Maybe they really believe that a random picture of detached genitalia is gonna turn us on or something. I don't know.
I don't understand that, dude.
Okay, so recently sometimes I just post pictures of selfies from time to time. I'm like, hey guys, I'm really glad you're here on my Twitter, blah blah blah, whatever. And somebody, I think when I posted a couple of nights ago, I think it was Sunday night, somebody posted, said, "You got a great smile. Do you have any pictures of you in goggles and a lab coat?" I'm like, somebody's being very specific about their preferences. I mean, it wasn't inherently lewd or rude or anything. It was just like, I had on like my tank top shirt, and I was like, "Thanks for being here." And they're like, "Do you have any of you in goggles and a lab coat?" And I'm like, "I do. It's called work."
I think he probably meant naked in a lab coat, though, like with the lab coat open and you got some big old jiggly tits, so I can see that working for me too.
That's not how to science, though.
I
You
asked
can't
you
walk
not
into
to
a lab naked.
The
with a-
conversation we had, by the way. Why are you telling people what I said to you?
Was that you? I should pull that.
It wasn't me. Honestly, the thing about it is, people would think, honestly, to hear me talk on the show, is if you think, "Oh, Pip's probably a perv," but like once the show stops, I don't private message women I don't know, first of all, because it's creepy. And like, I know these women, like I know Kirsten, I've known her for years, and I barely ever fucking message her.
Sure.
Because I don't want people to think that I'm being creepy. I just, because because creepy guys have gave good guys a bad reputation. And that's the reason I back off, man, because there's also women that are crazy out there too that will like say, because I spoke to a woman one time and she said I was hitting on her. And I just literally said hi.
Oh, how dare you say hi to her in such a sexual manner?
But let me ask you a question. And this is my, because I want to know this. Would you rather a guy that you know that's interested and you just be out front and say, hey, look, are you interested in having sex with me? Or not say anything at all?
It depends. It really depends. Because I know there's because obviously, because of my job, I see a lot of people every day, and they see me in very tight clothes because I'm like wearing gym clothes. And I definitely know that some of the people that I'm most certainly not interested in would be interested. Yeah. So I don't want them coming up and saying that. I already know that. I see how you look at me. I'm aware, like I ignore it.
But is there anything wrong with shooting your shot though?
It depends. I would say it really depends. If it's just a random person and I'm at work and you just come up to me and you just tell me that you think I'm hot and I see you every single day at the gym anyways, I think it's gonna make it really fucking awkward for the rest of your gym membership.
I get that. I get that. But I am a strong believer in taking your shot because I've been with women that I would not expect myself to be with because I took that shot.
Well, if it's like a friend or somebody that I'm like engaging with in my life that I like spend time with already and they're interested in that, I think I would like to know just so I can give you like a firm
Would it ruin the friendship for you if you weren't interested?
Sometimes.
That's the problem with a lot of guys though.
Sometimes.
A lot of guys hate rejection. Someone's like honestly, if I was like really good friends with you and then I was also interested and personally, I wouldn't stop the friendship just because you rejected me.
I wouldn't stop the friendship either, but it kind of depends on how you interact after that, because sometimes just knowing that makes it a little bit awkward. Like I have this one friend that was interested in me like over a year ago, and once he told me, we kind of stopped talking for a little bit, just distanced a little bit more. Just because I wanted him to cool off and I didn't want to, make him think that could develop at some point or something. But we're close and good friends again now. I just needed that time in between because I didn't want to do anything that would encourage him. And I also didn't want to do anything that he would take as encouragement, even though I didn't mean it.
Yeah, and the reason I asked because Shabisky recently told me he wanted to have sex with me, and I didn't know how to like reject him without, and I didn't want to ruin the friendship. But
I'm not referring to Billy the Fridge. I'm referring to a real life person that you guys don't know.
Billy the Fridge is not a real life person.
No, but he's an internet personality. I'm speaking about.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, baby. I know
in my life.
Oh,
and I just told Missy, don't you know? That I want to have a relationship. You need to talk to Missy on the phone, Mel and Kish, because she doesn't sound like the person you hear here.
I don't know what he's talking about.
For
some reason, when I get on the phone, he says I sound like I'm from North Dakota.
She does. She's like, don't you know?
I never have said "don't you know" in my life unless I'm making fun of it here on the show. Going, "Don't you know?"
Me that day. You said, "Hello, Pimp, don't you know?"
No. That doesn't even make sense in a sentence.
No.
Why would you ever say hello? Don't you know?
Don't you know you want to see my titties? I was like, yeah.
Oh Lord.
She's like, I love random dick pics. Don't you know?
Don't you know?
No.
Wow. Shabisky said something. I thought you were playing your game, man.
Yeah, I'm level 13 now. I'm doing pretty good.
So what do you think about all we've discussed so far, Shabisky? I want an in-depth answer.
What do you think about me almost being at level 14 here?
Huh?
What?
Oh, you know what time of day it is, right? Word of the day.
Oh my god.
Are we
So,
read
you do a word
You
of
know
the
how
day.
much crazy work I've been up to? Oh my god.
Don't you know?
Okay.
I need to hear some hip music, don't you know?
Don't you know?
No.
Where's my money at, don't you know? Anyways, go ahead, Shabby. Oh, by the way, thanks to that person on Tap last night in the Tap chat room who bought the shoes off my wish list. I appreciate that very much.
That was really sweet.
It's very cool. Because my dog ate my shoes, and I'm having to literally wear house shoes to stores and stuff. And people are looking at me like, look at this fucking bum.
Shabisky, do you wear shoes?
No.
No, I just caveman it up.
No. Okay.
My ex-boyfriend from high school does that. He walks barefoot in the city everywhere.
That's one thing I do like about a lot of the Southern girls, right? Because that is sexy to see a girl like cut off jean shorts and no shoes, a little tank top. That's hot as hell, dude. That's
No
sexy.
shoes in the city? Are you like
Yeah,
Well,
like
no,
around
I-
your house, but
But you
not
gotta
in
see,
public.
I live in the country, girl. I live in the South, deep South. What
no,
do you
like
do?
at home? I'm barefoot too at the beach. You know, like
In grass.
God.
Like if I'm in,
Oh.
you know, like
What do you do? That's fucking shit. Just that one picture she took on a motorcycle a couple years ago. I still masturbate to that.
which one? There's several ones.
All of them.
He has a shrine
Do you
in a
actually-
closet.
Do
No,
you actually have the one where I'm not wearing a bra?
Oh God, no! I haven't seen that. What the fuck?
That photo shoot we did, I
Almost
think
had
we
a heart
did
attack.
3
Honestly,
different outfits.
It's black melanin, but that's okay. I forgive you.
I have a word for Shabisky. I don't know if he can look it up though.
Okay.
Put it in the
Abcadexy
side
Jekyll
chat.
Knopfler Stewart says.
You can go
Do
fuck
what?
yourself. Phil.
say that one more time.
Abcadexy Jekyll Knopfler Stewart says.
What the fuck is that?
What? Wait, said that.
What?
What the fuck is that?
Say it one more time.
Abcadexy Jekyll Knopfler Stewart says. Yes.
That just sounded like you were making yourself talk backwards.
But yeah.
It
Yeah,
did.
that's kind of.
Literally.
I'll
sounded
spell
like-
it for
reverse,
you.
yeah.
Okay, get ready. I'm gonna spell it for you. Okay, can you type in the letters for me, Shabisky?
I guess you could copy and paste it in the chat, but yeah, I can type it here.
Okay, the first letter is A. The next one is B. Then it's C. Then D.
Oh, fuck off. I'm like sitting here like, hey.
It's the alphabet. It's a song by Big Bird. You can look it up.
I just got where she was going, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I love Kirsten. Fuck off. Chap still doesn't get it. It was the alphabet, Shabisky.
I get it. Grandma, calm
I
down.
didn't get it for a minute there. I'll be honest with you. I was like, "What the fuck is this goddamn word?"
Oh,
And he
my
was sitting there typing the fucking out. He's laughing, but he's thinking, "This fucking bitch."
That's what I'm thinking. I'm pissed.
Call her a bitch, Shabisky.
Don't you dare.
Canceled.
Bitch.
Oh, he did. You take it
He's
back
right
now.
over here.
It was an accident. I didn't mean it. I was
Nina's
calling a
right here.
target.
She's my supervisor. You just
Don't
called
you
my
dare
supervisor.
call that hoe a bitch.
Oh, God. Oh my
See, I can
God.
get by with it because I'm fat and lovable.
Oh my goodness.
Because here's the deal. People ask me this all the time. How can you say things and the other people say the same thing, but they get in trouble and you don't? It's because nobody takes me fucking serious. They know I'm stupid.
Oh, another doggy.
I know that dog is so beautiful.
Yeah.
I got a beautiful dog too, but she's the devil.
You got to put hot pepper oils on the stuff
Honestly,
you don't want.
dude, I'm about on the verge of getting rid of her because it's just getting bad. I don't want to, but she's tearing everything up, and we can't stop her. I've tried to warn her with newspaper. I've sprayed water at her, and she just won't stop.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she needs more entertainment that's actually meant for her.
I think she's the devil.
I think she needs to run. She needs.
And never come back.
That's what Loki does. If Loki doesn't run his 6 miles a day, he starts tearing shit up and jumping around.
I have a giant backyard, a large backyard.
Not the same.
That's
not the same.
I walk her.
Nope.
We do all that shit. I mean, dude, it ain't that. It's not that. She's got issues, and we're trying to fix them, but she's got issues.
Yeah.
Have you looked into like the puppy obedience school stuff?
Yeah, they're very expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think obedience training works most of the time because they really just give them commands like sit, lay down, heel, shit like that, and it doesn't really do anything about them.
No, I did
do at home.
Okay.
I did talk to a veterinarian, and he said there is such a thing as kind of like puppy riddling.
Mm-hmm.
He said that that he doesn't suggest it for a lot of dogs, but some dogs have to have it.
What is that?
It calms them down. It's medicine.
Oh, riddling.
It's like riddling for kids, but it's for puppies.
Yeah.
For dogs, and it calms them down. I don't really want to put her on that kind of medication though, because I don't want her. I want her to be happy and jolly and shit.
Yeah. Do you like work with her every day?
I do. I try, and she's a sweet dog. She's the sweetest thing ever. She'll get up here and cuddle. But she's just really wild, and she's also one of the hard. And I'm very good about house training dogs. Mm-hmm. She's very hard to house train. So okay.
Well, yeah, I just know from my experience that if Loki doesn't do enough throughout the day, he like jumps around, he jumps on the cats, he starts just being a little shit. And really all it takes is getting rid of his energy and then giving him some mental stimulation. Like I will have him track stuff or hide treats in the house that he needs to search for, or give him like riddle toys where he has to try to get a treat out of. He destroys them every single time because he chews and he's too strong. But the mental stimulation together with getting rid of the energy keeps him calm and manageable. But he's a working dog breed, so if I wouldn't do that every day with him, he would tear my house apart.
Yeah.
So that's usually if somebody tells me a dog is doing something bad, I always tell them make that dog really tired and stimulate them mentally, and then see if they still do it after a couple of weeks.
We do that with Shabisky.
Yeah.
That's how it was when I had my pit bull. If I didn't take her for a walk for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours every afternoon, she was just unmanageable.
Yeah. So for a pit bull, I think it's mostly energy. Since he's a working dog, he needs more than that. Like he needs to be tired, so he needs to run a lot because he's a herding dog. But he's also a scenting dog, so he's a hunter, so he also needs to use his nose. If he doesn't do both, he's just not.
Yeah. You need to make him think. Like he needs to think and run.
Yeah. Like I'll take an object and I rub treats all over it, and I'll have another object that doesn't smell like that, and he has to figure out which one smells like the treat and which one I want him to bring back. Stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah. We need to do that with you, Shab.
Yeah. That'll keep me from ripping up stuff.
Yeah, keep him from pooping in the house,
Keep you from, we got to do that, keep him from like flirting with Shanny for Christ.
Yeah, you could put weed oil on one thing, and then.
Speaking of that.
This motherfucker.
We just seriously consider Scooby snacks for Shabisky.
Yeah.
The edibles.
Every time you say something, you get a treat.
Yeah.
Scooby snacks. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
What would
Give me a
be
Scooby
your
snack?
What would be your last meal on death row, Kirsch?
Oh.
I love asking people this question for some reason.
My last meal. I will probably have. That's a really difficult question. I think sushi and pulled pork.
Damn, sushi and pork. What about
I
you, Mel?
really like barbecue. I really like sushi. So.
Yeah, I love pork. I'm not a sushi fan, but what about you, Mel?
My last meal. Jeez. I would probably, because I like so much different stuff, I'd probably have to have a little bit of barbecue. I probably have to have a little bit of some spicy sushi rolls. I probably have to have a little bit of, something Italian. A little something Italian.
I'm a little
want
Italian.
Like
I got an Italian.
Spaghetti carbonara.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Lobster mac and cheese. is good
God
too,
damn, you just want
a
every
Scotch
fucking food in the
egg.
world, don't you,
Oh my
Mel?
gosh. I would
though.
really
Oh,
want
you know
a
what?
Scotch egg.
Okay, eggs Benedict. I changed my mind.
Yeah.
It's gonna be eggs Benedict because I just love hollandaise and eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe a little fish and chips. Just
Damn, Mel.
yeah. Man, if I'm about to die, I'm gonna eat.
That's
See, I
right.
asked my mom that question. I asked my
Probably
mom
gonna
that.
eat so much they have to call
And
off the
my mom's
execution.
answer was, if I knew I was about to die, I couldn't fucking eat.
Mm.
And I think I'd be the same way. I think I'd throw it up, probably.
Yeah, I could imagine feeling sick to my stomach, knowing that I'm gonna be dead soon, and
Yeah.
eat my last meal. I
I'm
don't think I would
sure
be able to
they
enjoy
do.
it.
I don't know. I feel like you would still eat it and try to enjoy it because once you get to that point, you've been on jail food for so long.
Yeah,
Right?
It's just something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
I think you get to a point of acceptance, too, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
can't stop
Unless
it.
you're innocent and being executed for no reason.
Yeah.
Gates is steak and eggs from the Waffle Houses.
Wow. I've still never been to the Waffle House.
Really?
I don't think I've been to a Waffle House either, honestly.
The Huddle
I've been to
House.
an IHOP. I
Yeah.
don't think it's the same thing though.
No, they're not. IHOPs and Waffle Houses are really different.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight.
Like I've never been to a Waffle House.
Oh.
They're good.
I've never been
I
to
like
a
the Huddle
Sonic
House,
either.
though. See, down south we also have a thing called the Huddle House. It's far superior to.
So, you think nurses are crazy, huh? Sniff. My heart is broken. You better take it back, pimp. Lol XO.
Yeah.
Aww. Take it
Aww.
back.
I'm not taking it back.
Take it back.
Take
You're
it
a jerk.
back.
I'm not gonna take it back.
But you made her
Especially
sad.
for $5. You gotta pay me a lot more if you want me to take it
I think nurses aren't crazy, but they're definitely a specific type of person. Like you have to be really tough.
My sister's a nurse. She's
She's
kind of bugged out.
Dude, after my dad was in the hospital for in and out for 2 years there, the nurses are the ones that does all the work, man. They're the ones that take care of you. The doctors just diagnose you, and the nurses take care of you.
Oh yeah, the nurses are who you need to suck up to.
Yeah, the nurses are heroes, man, for sure. But they are crazy bitches. So
Oh damn.
I will not take that part back.
Well, you need to have a lot of drive and just purpose in your life to be a nurse, I think, because it's, the doctor says one thing, but nurses usually, in my experience, actually know more, know? So they're actually the ones treating you, and then they have to do it in a sneaky way a lot of the times, so they don't just have to fight the system. They also have to know a lot, and they have to be very compassionate, and just nurses are amazing to me.
Yeah, they are. They are. And yeah, that's right.
Really selfless as well.
Irish put it in a good way to say the doctors take care of the illness, nurses take care of the patient. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you self kissing your ass too because you're a nurse.
There's a lot of corrupt doctors out there. I doubt there's a lot of corrupt nurses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. What do you think about that, Shabisky?
I agree.
Do ya?
I fucking agree.
Do ya?
When you look at
Yep.
Shabisky's talking points, it's like, yeah, no,
I'm the
I don't
greatest.
know.
I know, dude. I have to.
Mm.
Me and Missy have to do this shit every day. This is his talking points. You're right. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
See,
Am I not allowed? What? I'm not allowed to agree?
It
It reminds me of that movie Catch Me If You Can, where that guy's pretending to be a lawyer, pretending to be a doctor, and he goes, "Do
yeah.
you concur? Do you concur? What about you, doctor? I concur. I concur.
concur.
I concur." What he
Add
said
that
right
to your
there.
repertoire there, Shad.
Missy doesn't know what concur means.
You gotta start saying I concur.
Mm.
What does
He
it
needs
mean?
one of those
Shabisky?
dinosaurs, a thesaurus. He needs a dinosaur.
Shabisky, what does concur mean?
Like, I agree,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
You want to fuck about it?
What?
Why you gotta always ask me dumb questions, Pimp? One day this motherfucker was he didn't think I knew what that ketchup was made out of tomatoes.
Yeah, because you didn't know
Was it
Alaska
originally, though?
Me and Missy are gonna beat you up.
You didn't know Alaska was a country, bro.
Yeah, knowing that and knowing whether ketchup is made out of
You thought
tomatoes.
James Brown was Billy Joel.
But when it was invented, ketchup
I
was
don't-
made out of mushrooms.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I'll be honest with you. That's interesting. Is that real?
I don't know if that's actually the true history or if that doesn't count technically as ketchup yet, but like
Yeah.
the original sauce that ketchup was derived from or the idea came from was a mushroom sauce.
That's like the Twinkie, right? The original filling was a banana in a Twinkie.
Is that
Ooh.
like HP sauce from in the UK? HP sauce, because that's not quite tomatoey. It's a bit more savory on the mushroom side. I wonder if HP is made out of mushrooms. That would make some sense.
I
Maybe.
don't know. I'm not crazy on HP sauce.
I'm not a huge fan either.
I love
Like, I
peas.
gave it a try. I really did. Because I have a couple of friends from the UK that love it. And they put it on everything.
Mm.
So I was like, all right. And I found it over here. And I was like, oh, super excited. And I was kind of let down.
Yeah,
That's fine.
my parents love HP sauce so much. I just had recently, like a couple of weeks, where I had a Worcestershire sauce face, and I just loved it and put it in Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Mhm.
You know, I saw a really funny meme going around and say 2020 is like a BDSM session where nobody knows the safe word. And like, no, they do. It's Worcestershire or Worcestershire because nobody can say it.
Nobody can say the fucking thing. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Nah, fuck y'all.
English
Say it,
people
Shabisky.
black dude.
What is this,
Yeah, I know.
Shabisky?
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcester sauce?
Worcestershires.
Worcester. How is it pronounced?
I
Worcestershire.
had a British
Worcestershire.
client and she told me
Worcestershire.
the other day. It's like
Worcestershire.
Is it Shire or Sure?
Sure. I
I
think it's
think that
Worcestershire.
depends. I think it also depends on where you're from. If you're,
I think so too.
but it's something like Worcestershire.
It's Worcestershire. It's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Because it's Worcestershire sauce. Like, what's
Yeah,
this here sauce?
Worcestershire.
It's like, what's this here sauce? It's Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire. Is it
Worcestershire Max.
Worcestershire or is it Worcester or
I think
Worcestershire?
Worcester
or-
is the town, and then Worcestershire is the sauce.
Well, they should have named it something different.
You know, I get made fun of with my first trip to London. There's a place called Southwark, and that's where I was staying. But it's spelled Southwark, Southwark, but they pronounce it Southwark.
Why?
I don't know, but my British friends just raked me through the coals. They're like, "You say it again, Southwark." I'm like, "This is how it's spelled." What do you expect me? Nobody told me it's Southwark until y'all sat here and started making fun of me.
How would you get
Was it in
Southwark out of that?
I don't know.
Greenwich district or whatever in New York that everybody pronounces wrong too. Greenwich.
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 one
Greenwich.
like that too, isn't it?
Yeah, we do that a lot. Like, I mean, think about it. There's a lot of words that we say that don't look like it would be. Pizza.
There's a lot of the native places here still that have native names. It's just really, it's techniuchi, wachi, chickadee.
Yeah, we got a lot of.
I never know how to say them.
Yeah, I just
Every
say
place is different.
that little town over there.
Little town over there.
Yeah.
That thing over that way.
The over the holler
It's
across the
Greenwich.
hill. Missy's drinking her apple teeny.
Kiwi apple.
Kiwi apple.
I really just like the flavor of it, and I wish they would make it in like a non-Red Bull thing. Because mixing kiwi and apple is delicious.
Mixing whiskey with it's better.
Nope. I
Whiskey
haven't
sour.
drank in 6 years.
Yeah. You do what, babe?
I haven't drank in 6 years.
That's not true.
It's true. Well, besides you making me take a shot out of my tits.
Yeah, I did do that. I didn't make you.
But
You
besides
forced
that,
her.
I haven't gone out and gotten drunk. I've
Yeah.
I've had half a glass of wine at Thanksgiving because my mom makes homemade cranberry wine every year and it's delicious.
Yum.
But I got super, super fucking drunk at my little brother's birthday. And I was laying in his backyard after I just threw up all over right in front of the dude that I had a crush on at the time. So I made a fool of myself. I'm laying in the backyard and I'm trying to make this 1 star that had split into 2 stars go back into 1 star. And I'm like, why do people do this to themselves? And I'm screaming this at the top of my lungs, apparently. Because I'm completely drunk. I don't remember doing this. But I'm screaming, why do people want to feel like this? Why is this fun? Why do we like this? This sucks. I want this to stop. So ever since then, I haven't wanted to drink.
Yeah.
I never had a problem with it. I wasn't I drank at parties. I might have a glass of wine with dinner. I wasn't someone that had a problem with alcohol. But ever since that night, there's just been nothing in me that wants to feel that buzz from alcohol again. I can't explain it.
No, that's a solid opinion. Stick to it.
Yeah.
I drink maybe once or twice a year, every year now. I used to be drunk, but...
Well, people think it's weird because I'm a bartender. It's you
Well,
can't
no,
just
actually, a lot of
that doesn't drink. And
bartenders...
it's I'll sip it to make sure, if I'm creating something,
Yeah.
obviously I'm going to taste the stuff, but, I'm just
I
a
could go
bartender that
for
doesn't get drunk.
I could go for a Bloody Mary right now.
I don't like Bloody Marys. I'm pretty weird.
Oh,
Get out of here. Come on.
I'll
Everybody's
never
Bloody Marys.
forget VidCon with Kirst. We all got drunk the night before, right?
And it's
Kid, and
mimosas.
son. And the next morning, this chick right here, she was like, I need a Bloody Mary.
I just wanted one so bad.
She did,
so bad.
dude. It was constant. Where's my Bloody Mary? I need a Bloody Mary. I think she needs a Bloody Mary.
Yeah. It was me and Barbara both. We just wanted
Yeah,
one
Barbara, yeah.
so bad.
Oh,
It's a
gosh.
good breakfast after a night of drinking.
Yeah.
Hair of the dog. Makes
Yeah.
you feel a little better. Get some vitamins
A
in
Bloody
you.
Mary is a good drink if you've been drinking all night. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit of salt, to replenish.
The spice is in it, it's
Yeah.
good. If it's done right, it's a good drink.
Then switch to the mimosas, and you'll have a good
I
time.
love a good mimosa.
Mimosas
I do
will
like
fuck
mimosas.
you up.
Mm-hmm. Those
I
are
like
my
the
sister's
grapefruit
downfall.
ones.
A
Those-
Oh, yeah.
mojito is a good drink too.
The what?
A mojito.
Oh, Moscow Mule.
A mojito.
I've had a few of those.
If the place
Not-
does
not
it right.
today.
Some places fuck up mojitos pretty bad.
I agree.
All right, time to wrap it up so I can go work out and then get wasted.
Well, we got 20 more minutes. If you need to leave early, I understand.
No. I'm just saying, you're talking about drinks and I want one.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind a Bloody Mary, but like I said, I don't drink much.
I don't drink, but
like when I go to
you guys
Vic,
see me.
I drank one time this year. I drank one time this year when I went to San Francisco in January. I did drink a couple of drinks, but that was it. I drank some wine with Landon because if you're with Landon, you have to drink wine.
When we went, oh, sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say when we went into lockdown earlier this year, I drank quite a bit more than I usually do.
Yeah, a lot of people did some serious day drinking during the lockdown.
Oh yeah, nothing else to do, you know.
Yeah.
I think I gained about 15 pounds. So
I gained about 15 people.
I gained 18 pounds. I'm down 8 from those again. It's just, you know, lockdown.
Awesome.
Whatever.
I turned part of my kitchen into a gym, and it's like since I work all day anyway, and then I'm like, there's my gym. I try to use the treadmill with like my laptop, and so I'll just be walking on my freaking treadmill,
awesome.
and I'm like,
That's
man,
great.
yeah. I'll spend 2 hours walking on the treadmill trying to work.
That's what my sister does, but she does it for she gets like her reading in that way. She'll put her Kindle up there and just read a book while she walks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ow! I just ripped nose hair out of my nose. It hurt.
Just don't do that.
Nice job.
I'm at a certain age now where just nose hair just pops up randomly. It wasn't there 5 minutes ago. All of a sudden, the hair's there. It's weird.
When I was
Missy,
skiing in Italy, my nose hair kept freezing together, so I decided to just pluck it one day. That's very painful.
Yes, it is.
But it's just the sensation of nose hair freezing together. It was just so annoying to me,
Ugh.
you know.
Shabisky,
Yeah, babe.
why are you talking in the chat room and not here?
Because I was gonna talk, but then like I didn't want to talk over anybody. They were talking.
Are you saying the women talk too much? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Watch out with comments like that. We're gonna get hysteria.
Yeah, tell them to shut up, Shabisky. Be a man, goddammit.
You girls need to quiet down, okay? All right, we get it. You want to talk about boobs and Barbies and shit, but this isn't just a boob and Barbie show, girls. Okay, all right.
Okay,
I don't
so
know
now-
how to play with Barbies, so maybe I can learn.
Me and my
have no
sisters
idea how to
would
play
always
Barbie.
make like little Jerry Springer episodes with the Barbies because
Oh.
my
Oh.
stepsister's grandmother literally bought my my littler sister a giant Barbie mansion, 3
Oh, yeah.
Barbie Jeeps, the camper, the pool. Like we literally had like a girl's fucking wet dream of Barbie in the basement. But we would go down there with our little film camcorder and we would make fucked up Jerry Springer episodes with the Barbie. And have them like,
No.
that's my baby daddy, stop fucking my baby. And it's just
Wow.
we were like
Yeah,
50.
we did crazy shit like that too with the
It's
Barbie.
kind of weird for 10-year-olds, but okay.
See,
Well-
I when I was given Barbies, I wanted like all the science things, and they're like, "Well, here's astronaut Barbie." I'm like, "What am I going to do with this?" So I ended up just reenacting the soap operas my mom would watch with the Barbies, and so it was very awkward for her to go, "What are you doing?" "Oh, Ken and Barbie are in bed together." So she's like,
Oh yeah, our Barbies were
playing Barbies
sluts.
this way. I'm like, I don't know how else to play with them. I don't know what you want me to do.
Big time
Barbie.
slut. But I think that's what you do with dolls, right? You kind of replicate what you see in life, and since a lot of it is on TV, you just kind of replicate what you see in TV, and then it gets
no genitalia.
weird. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be realistic for a child because they still have imagination.
But how could he get her pregnant and he had no damn genitalia?
I don't know.
I used to fuck the Barbie dolls
How?
because I had genitalia.
How?
How?
I don't know, Missy. I was just trying to be stupid, okay?
That was really stupid though. Like, did you use their legs to jerk you off or something? There's no hole
Yeah.
to put it in.
The little
Build a hole
bendy
in them.
knees. Yeah, she got them little bendy ass knees.
Isn't it like a vice grip?
Yeah. That's my little pocket Barbie pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's not weird at all.
Yeah. If you see him walking up and down the Mattel toy aisle,
Run.
just turn them around, walk the other way. Sorry.
What'd you used to do your Barbie, Shabisky?
I don't know.
Oh.
I had G.I. Joes. Were you
What'd
a cool,
you
cool
What'd you do
kid?
with your G.I. Joe, Shabisky?
Oh, the things I did with my G.I. Joes.
Like what?
Don't ask, don't tell, Pimpmunk.
Unspeakable.
I want it. Acquiring minds need.
Remember
to
how
know-
we were talking about the elephant sitting on the guy's head? And the
Yeah.
head went up the
yeah.
butt?
Yeah.
Basically that.
Oh.
So you stick your head up the G.I. Joe's ass?
Wow.
It takes a while to get it in, but I get it.
Damn.
We're learning a lot about other people today.
Yeah.
It's an
Well,
educational program.
We educate. That's why you guys need a tip. We're educating you on how to stick your head up a G.I. Joe's ass.
Program.
And just so they know, yesterday we talked about an elephant sat on some guy's head.
Yeah, y'all remember that back in the day with that video? There was a video of the circus guy was washing the elephant or whatever, and the elephant took a step back and his head went up the elephant's ass.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah, dude, it's out there. You can Google that shit, dude.
Are you guys by any chance watching the new seasons of The Boys?
Well, here's the yeah. But here's the thing: they started doing it every Friday instead of giving us the whole season at once. And I
know.
hate that shit.
I know, but anyways, there's an episode that involves going into an animal too.
Yeah.
It's really fucking gross.
Oh.
So if you're into that kind of stuff, you should definitely watch that episode.
Yeah, dude. There you go, Shabby. You're into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's me.
But if you haven't ever seen the dude go up the elephant's ass, whatever. What I'm trying to say, his head going up the elephant's ass, you should watch it at least once.
Oh,
I
God.
watched it like 1,000,000.8 times because.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him. He's like, play with me
Yeah.
now.
He
He
wants
wants
attention.
attention.
He wants attention.
He's just like any other guy. All we need is a little petting, and we're happy.
I know. Always so demanding.
Yeah. You just rub me on either one of my heads, I'm cool. I'll go in my corner and lick my balls. Chill.
Oh, dang.
Dude, if somebody asked me would I do it if I could do what dogs do, you never get me out of the fetal position. If I could fucking suck my own penis, shit.
It sounds
I
like
think
a
you would
Kevin
get
Smith
tired of
film,
it.
Clerks. The guy who broke his neck, but he managed to accomplish that.
Dude, I would suck my own dick.
Dude.
Would you, if you could do it and you knew that you were going to break your neck at the end, but
No,
to be
I
able
wouldn't
to
break
sit
my
through
neck
it,
to do
you
it.
wouldn't do that?
Nah, I don't want to cause myself injuries sucking my own dick. But yeah, that'd be embarrassing to answer the question because I'm honest, right? Somebody say, "How you break your neck?" I'm sucking my dick. Yeah, that'd be kind of bad. Missy, would you eat your own cougar cat if you could?
No, I like it better when someone else does it.
How do you know? Have you ever ate your own cougar cat?
No.
How do you know if you like it better when somebody else does it?
I just have a feeling.
You can't go by feelings. God damn it. The Mayans had a feeling the world was going to end in 2020. It didn't happen. Or 2011. It didn't happen.
No, it was at their calendar in here.
No. It's like, I have a feeling I would not enjoy escargot because snails leave snot trails behind them. And I have a
I've
thing with
actually
it.
tried escargot before. I mean, I'm sure other people have eaten, but it was like really garlicky rubber bands.
I don't want to eat that.
Garlic rubber bands. That's a weird comparison.
I can totally imagine that. I can really imagine how that tastes. And no,
like really, like way too much garlic, fried in butter, and it's like chewing on rubber bands.
So I imagine the texture to be somewhat like squid or like octopus, something like that, and then just
It might be thicker because it's like all muscle and it just
go more squid and chewy. Just like like you don't know how you're gonna chew. Like you're chewing and it's not breaking down. Like that's why I compare it to rubber
What's
bands.
up, Muck and Fuddle? How you doing, buddy?
It was definitely not my favorite dish at the French restaurant.
Well, we've got like literally 10 minutes to go, so before we you got anything happening, Mel?
Yeah. So on my channel, Scientist Mel, youtube.com/Scientist Mel, I've got Friday night, it's a little game show, self-isolation shenanigans. I put together like a little Wheel of Fortune thing, and sometimes they have Jeopardy and stuff like that. You get to win a whole certificate, a digital certificate and bragging rights for like a week. So you can do that. And there's Saturday is my science show that I do, The Science Of, where I talk about the latest and greatest in scientific discoveries. And Sunday, I have a funny show I do with Nervardia, who's an Australian. It's called This Week in BS, which is bad science. We're not having a show this Sunday, but next Sunday, we will be back. Last Sunday, we talked about the hot garbage that is David Silverman and how he thinks systemic racism isn't real. So, and neither is COVID-19. He doesn't think it's so bad. So I know it's just, that was really interesting. So, so check it out. I have a website with merch. In a section of my merch, I donate proceeds to charities. And so you can check that out. Yeah. ScientistMel.com.
There you go. ScientistMel.com. What about you, Cash? You got anything going on?
I do. Since my real life job is kind of impacted by COVID a lot and people don't really come to the gym anymore, I took training online and I started a Patreon where I now offer personal training. There are classes available. We do a podcast where we answer members' questions, and then there's a form check. So depending on what tier you choose, you get a lot of cool benefits. So come check it out.
I put a link to Scientist Mel's channel and the link to Kirsch's Patreon in the chat. You guys can
click on that shit, you motherfuckers. You better click on it. Oh, Shabisky will be streaming sometime today.
Yeah, like every day.
What you got planned, Shabisky?
Well, tonight's a countdown night. Marilyn Manson's coming out with an album, so I'm doing a countdown to that.
Cool.
That's excited.
Cool. It's exciting. It's very exciting.
Excited.
And I don't guess I may stream tonight. I doubt it, but I'll be honest with you. I don't guess I'm doing it. I did tap last night, so I don't guess I got any guest spots to do anything. But what you need to do is tip right now. These last 7 minutes, I want to make $7,000.
Ooh, that's ambitious.
Tomorrow, we are doing a Friday show tomorrow. The bonus was made the other day. So, Ronan will be here tomorrow, as always, on Fridays. And I think
I'm actually doing the Bearded Rambling tomorrow.
I'm sorry I didn't ask you. Was you doing anything? I said I'm sorry. Don't flip me off, bitch.
That just reminded me because you said tomorrow.
Well, so make sure you check out. Hey, Mom! Shabisky called you a whore! My mama loves Shabisky for some reason. I don't know why she loves Shabisky. Why would anybody love fucking Shabisky?
Shabiscuits and gravy, man.
My mama just answered why she likes him. She said because he's nice and not rude like me.
Aww.
Mama,
you're the
he
sweetest.
He called you a cold cunt.
You're beautiful, Mama Pimp. You're the greatest.
You're the ugliest person he's ever seen.
You're an angel, Mama Pimp.
He said you had big floppy tits.
Your tits are not floppy, Mama Pimp. They're great.
Boy, don't you ever say that ever again, man. You ever say that again, I will cut you. I will beat you the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
Hey, my mom, you just said my mom's tits were great.
What if they are though, Pimp? Maybe it's like a work of art or something. It could be appreciated.
Oh, y'all stop! What the hell just happened here?
Should do like you should bronze them for Shabisky.
Shut up! You strike well.
Highlighter,
That's what you get.
Don't you do anything, y'all motherfucker! I'll kill y'all. They're talking about how good your tits are, Mama, and I don't like it.
Oh, damn.
We done now? Yeah, you good?
Look what you started.
It was an accident.
Son,
Mama Pimp, I'm sorry about talking about your tits.
don't ever say my mama.
I'm sorry, Mama Pimp.
Tits in a sentence again. Okay?
It was an accident.
My mom and tits does not come out of your fucking mouth again.
Would you prefer the term breasts? Is that better? Is that less
Mama
less
Pimp,
corrosive?
I'm sorry
term?
about talking about your breasts.
That hangs from my mom's chest. How about that?
How about female chest fat tissue? Is that better?
Mammaries. We could just call them mammaries. It's okay. Mammaries.
Oh, y'all.
Oh,
Dirk
dang.
Cobain is on the clock, Shabisky.
Tatas.
You're on the cock, dude.
And 2 Chainz is on the clock. He's not even in the chat room, but he's on the clock.
G-Man just went live with something called In Defense of Von
Fuck
Hilton.
Man.
Oh my goodness. G-Man doesn't like me.
He doesn't like me either, baby.
He
And
was
especially
mad because I wasn't
after that episode on DP where he went on that fucking transgender rant. Fuck him. Well,
he
said,
told me I need to go in the kitchen and make him a sandwich.
You need to go to the kitchen, make me a sandwich is what you need to do.
I'm an excellent cook because I'm a chemist. So, yeah, I can
Yeah,
cook
you can do
food.
some good
That's
sandwich
amazing.
You can make some sandwiches.
I can make amazing sandwiches.
Yeah.
I have
Stop
a really
chat
yummy
room.
zucchini lasagna in the kitchen
See
right
what
now.
you did, Shabisky. Now they're talking about my mama's titties in the chat room. Thank you, Shabisky.
Guys, stop talking about Mama Pimp's titties. I'm the only one allowed to do that, okay? You guys calm down.
Let's talk about the link that we just put in there to Shab's countdown for the Marilyn Manson thing.
Yeah, Marilyn
Let's
Manson
talk about that.
fans should go over there.
Nobody should watch Shabisky ever,
No.
other than
Marilyn
my-
Manson count. It's gonna be crazy.
But make sure you check out that. Make sure you check out his countdown for sure. Make sure you check out tomorrow's Morning Wood. Fire Rona will be here. And I need to hear some money music before we leave. We got 2 more minutes. I'll make $2 million.
$2 million for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Going
dude.
once, going twice.
$1 Million Minute. That sounds like a really good name for a show, the $1 Million Minute. And
I know,
it
right?
doesn't last a minute.
Yeah. It's a
It would have
game
to
show.
be a crazy fucking minute. Can you imagine
Yeah.
what you would have to do for $1 million in a minute?
$1 Million Minute.
I'd suck
What
every
would you
dick in
have
the
to
house.
do? What would be something that the game show people would pay $1 million if you completed it in 1 minute?
Suck barbed wire out of somebody's ass.
I was asked on a stream I was on this morning. I was over on Jen's Science Corner this morning. We were doing a game show. She asked if somebody gave you $180,000, would you have sex with Donald Trump? I think it would probably last a minute if it was $1 million, if that was the case. But I think I would probably turn that down.
I'd do it.
Yeah.
There's
180,000 is not enough.
There
I'd
is
do it.
not enough money on this planet
I'd
to make
pound
me
that
do that.
Nope.
Unless I can kill him while I do it.
Oh damn!
I thought, if I could repeatedly kick him in the testicles for like a solid
Oh,
minute,
yeah,
I
I like
might
that.
pay $1 million for that.
Right?
Maybe he's into that.
I think I could crowdfund that. and
With
video
a small loan of $1 million, I would pay.
I would say.
Everybody, 1 million people give me $1 to see a solid minute of me kicking Donald Trump in the nads over and over and over.
Yeah.
I think they would do that.
I'm sure it would be fairly easy to accumulate that money for that purpose, but it is probably quite hard for him to accept that money for that purpose.
It depends on how you spin it. If you said the American people really want this and you think it'd be great if you helped out a scientist in the South.
I'll just tell you right quick before we leave, I would lick Donald Trump's tank meat for $180,000.
Oh, damn.
Nope.
I would
I'll help you.
of it.
What if it was Shanny? What if it was Shanny?
No, God, no.
It had to be at least 800,000. So we got a tip before we leave. Dirk Cobain gave $1. Fuck you, Dirk, for giving $1.
It says clocking out.
Fuck that shit. Part-time bacon.
You're hilarious.
Show them how to do it before we leave. Well, shit, it's time to leave. Part-time bacon is low in cash anyway. Anyway, small on $1 million. I'll do it for $5,000. Oh, damn. They do it for $5,000?
Oh, damn.
That's a little cheap.
Come on, bro. You're worth more than that.
Yeah, you're worth.
Don't sell yourself short like that, man.
Yeah. Anyways, we got to go. That's that time of day. I want to thank the chat room for liking, sharing, tipping, viewing, all that good shit. We really do appreciate it. Thank you, Kirish. Thank you, Mel, for joining us. It was a good show.
It was fun. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
And thanks to my wonderful co-hosts, as always, MissyAnn Shabisky, and the wonderful producer himself, Bulls, who's a little quiet today. He didn't feel good, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
And if Bulls is ready, you can kill that hit button. I hope he's not a